Kardashian ex-nanny reveals family's dark secrets in tell-all interview. Welcome back to Binge-Worthy Network. Before the Kardashian sisters were mega A-listers and internationally known reality TV stars, they were just kids who were raised in an extremely wealthy household. Courtney, Kim, Khloe, and Rob grew up in a family where their father was a successful Hollywood lawyer and their mother was in business. But the real roller coaster started after Kris Jenner remarried and wed Olympic runner Bruce Jenner. As we can imagine, their lives were always hectic before the camera crews could capture their wild ways, and their former nanny, Pam Behan, who was just 19 at the time of employment, opened up about their upbringing. In a tell-all on the Kardashian West-themed episode of Scandal Made Me Famous, the family's ex-nanny spills the tea and reveals just how crazy their family is. Let's take a look at some of the most shocking things Behan revealed. Do you want a personal shout-out in our next video? Quick, be the first to comment down in the section below and you'll receive a shout-out in the next Binge-Worthy Network video. 10. Kardashian sisters' temper. As we have grown up watching the Kardashian Jenner sisters grow up and become mothers, we can safely describe each sister by their unique personality. Avid fans of Keeping Up with the Kardashians will have no problem describing Courtney as the more serious, chill, and laid-back sister, while her sisters are anything but quiet and chill. Kim has always been described as the loving and respectful sister, while everyone knows that Khloe has the biggest heart. When it comes to these sisters as preteens, Pam Behan confirms that these girls were exactly how they are today. As Pam joined the family when she was just 19, she witnessed more things than anyone could wish for. During her 5 years of working with the Kardashian family, Behan described Courtney as the serious one. Kim, on the other hand, was the sweet sister, while Khloe was the one who loved the nanny the most. Khloe even cried when Pam told her she would no longer work there and see the girls every day. 9. Courtney versus Bruce. Anyone who works for the family for 5 years will have a collection of weird and unique stories. And as you can imagine, the crazy and extraordinary Kardashian family is no exception. Before she met the legendary Kardashians, Pam worked for Bruce Jenner and his kids. When the families collided, Pam saw more than she had hoped to see. According to the ex-nanny, Bruce had a very uncomfortable relationship with the Kardashian sisters. While the Olympic gold medalist tried his best to be a great stepfather, Courtney was having none of it. The former employee revealed how Courtney would lash out at Bruce and yell at him, saying, "You are not my real father." What's so interesting about their relationship is the fact that, to this day, Courtney and Bruce were never close, while her sisters have always tried to have a common ground with their stepfather. 8. Bruce Jenner, a bully. Speaking of Bruce Jenner, Pam Behan had some things to reveal about the former runner as well. While the nanny never saw Bruce's cross-dressing episodes behind the scenes, Pam was less than happy to work with him. According to the former nanny, Bruce was very cold towards her and would often make uncomfortable remarks. The ex-nanny recalls how Bruce even stared at her face and suggested she fix her nose with plastic surgery. If that wasn't unpleasant enough, one time Pam told an unfortunate story and Bruce demanded she never repeat it again. Yikes, if handling 4 Kardashian kids wasn't tough enough, imagine working under Bruce Jenner and his antics. 7. Kris Jenner, the boss. If you've ever seen even one episode of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, then you know that Kris Jenner is undoubtedly the boss of the household. With her multiple business ventures and her own PR company, Jenner Communications, the momager is always busy making money and keeping the schedules tight. Behan said candidly how Kris was always the boss of the house even before the reality cameras were on her 24/7. The traumatized nanny recalls one time where she forgot to buy broccoli during her grocery shopping spree. When she came back to the Kardashian household, she was met with Kris yelling at her and belting out, "I can't believe you forgot the effing broccoli." Pam was so traumatized and terrified after this incident, she seriously considered quitting her job. She couldn't comprehend how her boss got so upset and angry over broccoli. If there's one parent that seems worse than Bruce, it's most definitely Kris Jenner. 6. Kim's career. Unlike her mother and stepfather, Kim was always very sweet and kind towards Pam. The mother of 4 respected the family's help and was never disrespectful to the staff. Behar remembers how she always knew Kim would be famous. Even as a young girl, Kim had aspirations to become a movie star and be internationally adored. While Kim is most definitely a worldwide star, her fame certainly didn't come from her Oscar-worthy acting roles. Pam spills how Kim was a hard worker and would attend the hottest clubs and Los Angeles scenes in the hopes of meeting the right people who would help her out in her career. By the time Kim was in her early 20s, she was already hitting red carpet events as Paris Hilton's best friend. The two were constantly spotted together, and as time went by, Kim made a name for herself and her family. Mrs. West was so entertaining to watch and follow that Ryan Seacrest offered the family a reality TV show, and that's how Keeping Up with the Kardashians came to be. 5. Kim's secret marriage. Even though Kim Kardashian is now known as mega famous rapper Kanye West's wife, she was a wife to 2 other people in the past. While the world knows about her second husband, Kris Humphries, and their infamous 72-day-long marriage, not a lot of information is out there about her very first husband. Pam Behar was more than happy to spill the beans and confirm that Kim got married at 19 without her family knowing. The reality TV star wed the music producer Damon Thomas in 2000, and the couple were together for 4 years before Thomas filed for divorce. The reason they hid their wedding was because Kim's family never approved of Damon in the first place. According to Kim, her first marriage was extremely abusive and said that she was high on ecstasy during her eloped ceremony. Talk about a reality star with the most controversial weddings. 4. Famous friends. As of 2020, the Kardashian-Jenner family is one of the most influential and famous Hollywood families in the world. With their unimaginable success and fame, it's hard to find anyone who doesn't want to be friends with the reality stars. But before Keeping Up with the Kardashian cameras made the family even more famous than before, the Kardashians were always surrounded by famous celebrities and friends. Pam remembers how Paris Hilton, Lindsay Lohan, and Nicole Richie were always hanging out at the Kardashian household as they were best friends with Kim. Behar says Kim was always going around to clubs with her famous friends, but while Paris, Nicole, and Lindsay were always getting into trouble, Kim was smart enough to stay away from dangerous situations. 3. Handmedowns. The Kardashians have more money in the bank than most people can imagine. With their multi-millions and even billions, it seems almost impossible to empty out their bank accounts during one lifetime. And as the A-list family is always following trends and up-and-coming styles, they often recycle their clothes and give them to their employees or friends. Their former nanny recalls how she received 2 gorgeous and expensive red leather dresses from Kris. Apparently, the mother of 6 was no longer interested in the outfit, so she decided to gift it to someone who would wear it with joy. If expensive and beautiful dresses weren't enough, Pam always says how the Jenners wanted space in their living room, so they gave her a $10,000 table. The ex-employee was shocked to find out the price tag of this extravagant table, as it was worth a year of her college tuition. 2. Sylvester Stallone romance. Remember how we said that the Kardashian household was always filled with celebrity friends? Yeah, movie star and Academy Award winner Sylvester Stallone was one of those famous people who would always hang around with the A-list family. Pam Behar reveals how she and the successful movie star actually dated in the past. According to the tell-all, Sylvester seemed to be interested in Pam from the moment he saw her, saying how she was so kind and down to earth. Pam was intimidated to go on dates with the Hollywood hunk, as he was always surrounded with models and gorgeous women, but that didn't faze Stallone, as the couple were together for a couple of months in the early 1990s. 1. More of a mother. In her memoir and tell-all book, Malibu Nanny: Adventures of the Former Kardashian Nanny, Pam Behar reveals more than the Kardashian family expected. Pam went to explain how she was the one who raised those kids and how, due to Kris and Bruce constantly traveling, she felt more like a surrogate mother than a nanny. She even reveals that she fell in love with the young Kardashian kids very soon and how they hold a special place in her heart. But in the end, Pam was left very unfulfilled because, according to the ex-nanny, spend every spare moment of your life taking care of them and their needs, but don't forget, when it comes down to it, you're just the nanny. It must have been hard to finally say goodbye to the now mega famous Kardashian siblings, but as they say, all good things must come to an end. And with that, we end today's video. Which Kardashian secret were you shocked to find out? Let us know down in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe and give us a like. And don't forget to turn on your post notifications so you never miss a video from us.